It has been a crazy 4 days, or I don't know how long it's been since Granger's been gone, but I have been so busy. Like, I haven't had 4 seconds to film, so I'm sorry this is a lot of like talking to you guys. But I have just been all over the place with Maverick, having 2 lessons a day, the kids' school, the kids' after-school activities, Bible studies. I had a friend's birthday. I hosted a Bible study here, so I have just been kind of running all over the place. And I have another day like that today. So I just woke the kids up. I'm making their lunches. Then we'll do Maverick's first lesson at 8:15. Then I will come back, do a rise, clean up the house a little bit, let him have a nap, take him back for another lesson today at 1. Then everybody who's been in our whole ISR group will go back, get the kids from school, take some stuff to the bus for Granger before the bus leaves, then come back, and then we're gonna have dinner here tonight with everybody who's been in our group at ISR, because Nicole and her kids are leaving, I think, tomorrow, Friday. So I need to share that whole journey with you guys too, of meeting Nicole and her children and just how special that's been, watching our kids play together and have so much joy. That's maybe one of the best things about this whole ISR journey, in fact. Anyway, getting the kids ready for school and another busy day. So here we go.
When the little things mean everything, that's when you got everything you need. If you're anything like me.
You ready to go home and see Bubba? Yeah.
Raise your little thing. But first, we have a pit stop. We have to pick up Daddy's Oryx. Oryx.
It's the animal that Daddy got when he was in Weatherford with Joey Jones on that hunt. We're finally gonna pick it up. Wanna go get it? Wanna go get it? Okay, let's go.
True Life Taxidermy in Granbury. I gotta go pick up another animal. Okay. What? No, oh, okay. Load it up. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, we got it in there. I'm gonna go show you guys a different room at this place. So these are just all things that people are waiting to pick up. Oh my gosh. Oh, London. Half of our audience is gonna love it, and half of our audience is gonna be mortified.
That's the way it works.
That's not real.
That's real.
That's real?
It's from Texas.
This one's beautiful. Lincoln is running to see his little brother.
Hello. Hi. Come get in there.
Sleeping.
Abby! Abby! Hi! Oh my gosh! Bubba, hi!
This needs to be lotion. And we're trying to figure out where this guy's gonna go.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen! But Granger thinks it looks too much like a safari.
Yeah, it's too exotic for Texas. Needs to go somewhere else. Eventually, when we redo the Red Barn, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you mean it looks like it's too much of a safari?
Well, this is a Texas farm, and that makes it look like an African farm.
It's really pretty though.
Where did you shoot it?
Beautiful.
Where did you shoot it?
Gorgeous.
In Texas.
In Texas?
Yeah.
In Weatherford.
Well, then
Yeah.
you should keep it here, even though it looks Africa, but it's actually Texas.
I shot this with a wounded warrior. With actually 2, because Joey was with me too, so it was 2 wounded warriors. Yeah, so this was a wounded warrior event, and it was on Fox. So it's actually on Fox Nation on the TV show. Amber just picked it up. So, but I was with Joey Jones. That kind of trip was very healing. You talked about that African hunts.
So yeah, so I was in there with the lady. You guys saw all the different exotic animals that she had in the back, and she was telling me that a lot of the villages practically starved over COVID. Hunters go over there, they pay to go over there, and Granger was telling me, like, if you saw the giraffe, you know, people are just can't believe that somebody would shoot a giraffe, but Granger would say it would be like the granddaddy giraffe that was about to pass away, And they would take that, all that meat and everything else that's left would feed the people in the village. And the lady was saying that so many people almost starved over COVID because nobody could go over there and do hunts. So they would have to start farming and resourcing things all on their own. Where these hunts, I know a lot of people don't understand it, but they feed villages, they bring jobs in, they do commerce. I mean, it's needed for these villages. So I know a lot of people don't like to see those animals, you know, mounted and things like that, but I don't think they truly understand the history and the need for hunting over in those places.
Hey, London, come here. All right, listen to this. So Ian, he walks in here and he says, "How's your Easter?" And I said, "It was good. How was yours?" And he said, "Did you wake up?" Yeah. So he says, "I woke up to a loud explosion."
Yeah.
He said, "I looked out my window and someone blew up a car."
So I'm laying there and I hear this boom and it shakes my bed. My bed like jumps. I'm like, what? So I'm like, I peek through the blinds and I just see flames. All I can see is flames. And then I open the window and can see this car just exploded and it's like 30-foot high flames.
And he said kids did it.
Yeah.
So then he filmed it. Show us on your phone.
Some kids blew up a car?
Yeah.
Yeah. And dumpsters.
Yeah, they have like.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I was like, is this being dealt with? Like, do I call 911? And I went out and my family was just confused. I'm like, we should probably call 911. But yeah, there's a huge scorch burn right outside my window.
Whose car was that?
It was somebody's work truck, like a
neighbor or?
Yeah, a neighbor.
Somebody that you knew?
Yeah, it was a neighbor. It was their Sudden Link truck, something.
Wow.
So some kids had been going around, I think, setting dumpsters on fire and stuff. So they just chose to set this car on fire.
Did they tell you how they did it? Or did the police tell you how they thought they...
I don't think they caught him yet. Man. I don't know. It was a weird way to wake up on Easter Sunday, though.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
Yeah.
Did Coach say that I could come pick you up? Maybe your hair?
Yeah.
What you got? Permission slip for me? Do you have to take a sack lunch tomorrow too? For field day?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, there's a concession, right?
Concession stand.
Oh.
I love the Packers.
I know, that's your football team. Uh-oh, I got water on the shirt.
Oh, and if I was the Cardinals, there was also a Cardinals one.
You got a Cardinals one too?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
That's your Packers.
I'm gonna play Packers football one day. I mean, tackle football.
Tackle football, yes. Daddy says tackle football is not allowed till middle school.
What?
Yeah, that's the rule. I gotta wake up Bubba too. What am I trying to do here? How do I do it?
It says if you take the bottom and you take the bottom this, and tie it at the top.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready to go to your lesson? Are you ready to go to your lesson? Are you gonna say Dada this week? Dada? Hi. So cute. Let's just wear this for now. And I'll put on some shorts for you. I love you. Let's go. Happy boy. Okay, it's day 2. Day 2, are you ready? Yeah? Let's go get in the water, okay? Yeah. Good job, Bubba.
Yay! I see how little time he's underwater.
Yeah.
He's figured it out.
You got it. You got it.
Wow.
We did it. You did so good. You did So good. We got a few big burps out. It's a little chilly because it's a little cold, but we did it. People say it's traumatizing, but does he look traumatized? No. Oh my gosh, so good, so good, so good. Hey again, we are 3 lessons into our ISR journey, so I thought I would just kind of do an update as to how the lessons have been going. I think a lot of his crying that he's doing is because the water is a little chilly. It's kind of cold in Texas it's not cold, but it's a little cold. It's a little chilly here. It was in the 60s yesterday, and he's in a heated hot tub, but it's not heated to the heat that it would be. She's kept the temperature down for him, so it's a little chilly. So I think a lot of his crying has to do with the water and being a little chilly. But he has already, in 3 lessons, made amazing adjustments. And from lesson 1 to lesson 2, I'm already seeing these little adjustments that he's making, which shows me within 2 weeks he's going to be doing this all on his own. She would put him on his back and he would immediately throw his head back, and when he realized that when he put his head back, water got in his eyes and his mouth, he pulled it back up. So he was tucking his chin already, and he only had to learn that. He only had to do that 2 times before he immediately tucked his chin and didn't do it again. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Yesterday, she had actually put him all the way underwater. He brought himself back up, but he didn't trust that there was air there, so he didn't take a breath. So she wants to work with him a little bit longer on floating and trusting that that's where the air is. You can take a breath, because it took him too long to take a breath when he reached the surface. So I'm learning so much going through this process, and I'm excited to see where he'll be by the end of our lessons. Emotionally, it's still hard to watch, just because I think of River. But I don't think I'm as emotional as I thought I would be going into this process. And I think it's just because it's empowering. It's giving him a skill that I know he needs. It's sad that we didn't know this for River. So that's where my emotion is. That's where my mama heartbreak is. So that's why I want to share it. And that's why I'm getting so many messages from people, you guys, that have put their children in ISR 20 years ago. They're amazing swimmers today. And so thank you for all of the amazing messages and uplifting comments and encouragement that you guys are sending my way, letting me know that this does work. So I want to share it. I want all of you guys to share it. I want you to check this out for yourself or your kids or your grandkids or your friends. It's just a great process, and I am learning so much as I go. I thought I would tell you guys a little bit of our story if you don't know our story. We lost our son to a drowning in 2019. We had a gated fence, a 4-foot fence around our pool with a child lock, a gated lock. Our son River somehow found his way through that gate, and it happened in a matter of seconds to minutes. My husband was outside with the other children. Nobody heard a splash, nobody heard a sound, nobody heard the gate, nobody heard a thing. And that is one of the main things you have to get across about drowning, is that it is silent. It is quick, it is silent. It is the leading cause of death, accidental death for children 1 to 4 years old. Did not know that. I did not know that I had the #1 killer of children in my backyard. Even though we had a gate for protection, you need multiple layers of protection. I didn't know that it happens mainly to white boys around the age of 3. I didn't know that it happens 80% of the time when they're not supposed to be swimming. A lot of people will say, well, just watch your kids, just watch your children. It happens silently, quickly, and in seconds, you guys, and it's when they're not supposed to be in the water. So we want to let you guys know all of these things about drowning. You need multiple layers of protection. You need a gate around your pool. Some people say that they're ugly, but you know what's ugly is the loss of a child. That's ugly. You need a gate around your pool. You need an extra lock on that gate. You need alarms on your doors that lead out to that pool. You need a pool alarm. You need to remove toys from the pool when you're finished swimming, so children don't see toys over there and try to get in the water. You need rescue lessons. We have to teach our children to survive. We cannot just teach that the water's fun, because the water is a killer. You might have it in your own backyard. You might have it in a neighbor's backyard. We have to teach them survival before we let them know that water's fun. You can tell your children all day, don't go out there without mommy. You know not to go out there without mommy. We never go near a pool without mommy or daddy. I did the same thing. I needed to give River the skills to survive. Do not use a puddle jumper. Puddle jumpers put children in the drowning position, the vertical position. And these lessons with ISR, he's already in the horizontal position, which is allowing him to find the air. And that is what we have to teach our children. Puddle jumpers lead to a false sense of security. They have muscle memory where they think when I go in the water, I'm just gonna float. But they immediately get in after they use all these flotation devices, and they get in like this and they go straight down. And they don't have the skills to kick their way up to the top. So they're just fighting under the water. So I just want to help somebody else. So that's why we're putting this together. And I just hope that it can spread the message and spread the word that ISR works, to trust it, and can save another family from going through the tragedy that we went through. A few positives from going through this process, besides giving Maverick the skills to survive, is seeing the kids' excitement for their brother. They were so excited whenever I came inside and I told them that he was floating. They got so excited and were kissing him and loving all over him. And London and Lincoln actually came outside yesterday to watch the lesson, and I was a little nervous because of what they've gone through with the trauma of losing their brother. But they were so excited for him. They were amazed, actually. I mean, Lincoln was just like, oh my gosh, just watching him float. I mean, he was floating for 10 seconds by himself, and it's so neat to watch their excitement. And that's one of the blessings that we've had from going through this journey, is that they're not traumatized by water. I was so afraid that they would be scared of swimming pools and scared of water and never want to swim again. And I want them to have a fear of the water, and I want them to know certain things we have to do to be safe, but I don't want them afraid of it. I don't want them to never want to enjoy, a pool or a lake or an ocean, but there are things we have to do to protect our children. So they're seeing all of this as well, which is really neat. It's been really fun to see.